Okay, we're live again. I'm not sure if it's gonna stay. There was a problem with the connection. So, welcome to my live. This is day number 9 of my 100 days of 100 lives in 100 tips in 100 days. I'm Sabine, and for those who don't know me, I'm a marketing coach, and I help professional women around the world to create a business that they love and that allow them to live and work anywhere. And today I'm going to be talking about what I mentioned yesterday, which was defining your ideal client. And one of the things that was really important before actually setting up your own website, your own business, or even it should be part of your market research before setting up your business. It is really getting a really clear idea of who's your ideal client. And by ideal client, I don't mean the old-fashioned way of saying, people from 35 to 55 and living in this city or from that profession. Nowadays, we have tools that really allows us to define our ideal client in a very, very precise way. And it has been proved that that way of defining your ideal client or your ideal reader or your ideal customer, whoever will be either following you or buying from you or allowing you to really build your business, you need to define that person in the most, go into details as much as you can. So I'm going to give you a couple of tips to be able to do that. And it really starts with, at the moment of doing your market research, this ideal person will be a semi-fictional person. So it'll be based on the market research, what you've seen, what your competitors are doing, what the kind of, who did it talk to, who are their customers, what are reading from their testimonials. You'll be able to get an idea of who they've worked before. That kind of information. So once you've got that information, you keep it on the side, and then you look at either your past clients or the industry where you've worked and the kind of profile that the kind of people that you've been in contact with, and trying to understand, trying to get information from those people. So it can be done either talking directly with your past clients and just letting them know that you're doing some research and you would be interested in having more information about what their struggles are, what happened after you work with them, where do they go and find the information for future projects, what do they do online, where do they go, which website do they go to find about information, which social networks do they use, are they active on LinkedIn, on Instagram, on Facebook, really to understand what's happening within your potential clients. And also you really need to have a look at your community. So where you hang out on social networks, trying to understand what are the questions that those people are asking, what are their issues and their struggles, what are they looking for online. And once you've got that information, you will need to give life to that person. And when I mean give life, it's really giving a name to that person, decided on either man or woman, deciding on the profession that they have with their professional background, and really create a story. Yesterday I shared the story of Kelly, who's my ideal client, and it is a story that I've created about 4 years ago and is still alive today. And that person, that fictional person, because there's no one really with that history. It's something that I've created, but it's something that is allowing me to focus on my business and to know what kind of services do I need to offer, what are the needs that this specific person has. And another tip is actually to go on LinkedIn and look at people within your kind of the industry of your ideal client, and look at actual profile of people to get an idea of their their background, whether they go to university, which even at the bottom of the LinkedIn profile, check out their interests, and you will see, you know, the companies that they follow, the groups that are part of, the common interests. If they're interested in finance, you will be able to see a lot of different things as well on their profile. And for your own profile, for the profile from your own ideal client, I would also recommend to use a picture, to go on any site or drawing. For mine, I used a drawing, but I needed to be able to visualize that person with a name, an age, and a whole history, and then create into a lot of details their life. And you would probably spend an hour and a half, 2 hours working on that, and that's really good, because that's going to be for the long term. As I said, I did mine 4 years ago, and it's still valid to the date. I updated it last month because I needed to add a few more things, and to be able to, for me as well, to to really get a good new direction for my business. But I still use the same person as my the focus, and the language that I use online is thinking about that person. And some people think, well, no, I don't want to just work for people in that industry, or just from this country, it's not choosing an ideal client is not limiting yourself, because you'll be able to people will see that you actually specialize in something and you're expert in something, and that expertise will translate to other skills that people will like, and we want to hire for your expertise. And maybe someone may come to you and say, well, I know you've worked with these kind of designers, or with copywriters, but I'm a photographer, but I liked what you did with them, and that's why people will want to go and see you, because they've seen something you've been doing that was bringing results, and so those results can be applicable to another person from with different circumstances, but it is applicable, and that's they will show. And coming back to the point where we had that I mentioned yesterday, building trust, and that really will be the best way to build trust with people. And if you want, I have a template to be able to fill out the ideal client. So if you send me an email, send me a message here on Facebook, and I'll be able to send you the template that I use to create those profiles. So that's it for today for the ideal client profile. I'll be tuning in tomorrow again for my 100 days of 100 tips on online marketing and living abroad. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.